They was really taking the K-Cups. Yo, they was in that joint wired, bruh. As soon as they start closing down shop, they knew doors was about to be open. It's like they got them some coffee and went to work. As soon as they clocked out.
ヤスケブラックプロダクションズ
What's good, YouTube? I'm right here on daddy duties. I was trying to record some Skyrim content. Chill. Trying to record some Skyrim content, but the little one woke up. Her big sister over there chilling, watching YouTube. But she ain't at that phase yet, so she gonna need a little more attention. So we about to watch some reaction. We about to react to some stuff together, right? About to make a video with daddy. Yeah, so we about to react to this. This is one of my favorite YouTube channels to watch. The Twin Exterminators. I haven't actually watched them in a while, so I pulled up a video and I'm just like, I'm watching it. I couldn't record for my YouTube, so I'm like, let's try a reaction video. Like, I don't know how I was gonna do. Like I said, I like my gaming content, but you know, this is what I can do right now. I just want to keep making content, and this is what I can do right now. I can't play the game right now, so this is what we about to do. I might even drop a Easter egg coloring video with my daughter later. No, I hope she didn't hear that. Alright, we good.
Rats taking over this office, a house-eating fungus destroying this back house. These are two shocking stories.
House eating fungus sound crazy. Mad crazy.
You today. So you got some fungus, huh, Perea? Yeah.
House eating fungus is crazy. One thing I learned from watching these guys' videos is that, like, you would think that if you got an infestation, like, you're just like dirty or nasty or you're doing something wrong. Sometimes that's the case, but a lot of times, bro, like, these infestations just come out of nowhere, or all it just takes is a little hole in your house, and next thing you know, one mice get in and it turned into 30. Like, it's crazy. Like sometimes people's houses get like shut down and they got forced to move out because it's like, yo, you're a hazard. Like, all these rodents here, like, it's gonna spread to the rest of the neighborhood. So like, it's really, you can be clean and still get a crazy infestation. Like, it's scary.
Fungus, there's a specific one that literally destroys a structure, and that's called.
Oh my, come on! And this is probably just from what? This is probably just from water damage. I bet it's just from water damage. Cause look at all that mold leak from somewhere, and then they turn it to this.
In the country that knows how to treat and mitigate this house-eating fungus. There's no chemical sprays that will treat and kill it. The first step in the process is to figure out where the root balls are underneath the ground. Figure out where the rhizomorphs are. Gotta stop that. And then the second thing is to be able to go inside the interior space and figure out and stop where...
Bro, this is making me itchy. Bro, this is making me itchy. But I can't stop watching, though. But, like, you know what I mean. Like, I'm itching, but it's like, I can't look away.
Those rhizomorphs are getting inside those wall and ceiling cavities. The third step,
she's probably like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to you two.
All the water sources are. Because the last thing you want to do is
talking to all 30, 40, 38, 40 of my subscribers.
And it activates once again. This damage,
anybody who gets trapped here from the For You page.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you find just a little bit around a base molding or inside of a dark area of a closet, you gotta really react very, very fast. Let's open up the wall and see what we have in.
Yeah, mold is scary. Water damage is scary. That's the worst. In my mind, that's the worst type of damage. Water damage is the worst, bruh. Like, if I've through my life as a child, like, I've seen what water damage can do in, like, my houses that I was in growing up, and water damage is bad. Like, bro.
Inside the wall cavity.
Cause that mold, like, if you don't get it all cleaned out, like, the mold is bad for you to breathe in, and then, like, it weakens, like, the wood and the structure. Like, it's bad. I'd rather have visual structural damage on my house than, like, water damage I can't see. 100%. I was about to say, I hope they got masks on. This look crazy.
So how it all starts is the wood framing inside the wall cavity already has the fungus.
Yo, that
All it
tree
takes
look
is
nice.
moisture to
Some of the
create
flowers
the
on.
vent and
Ooh.
ignite it.
Whoa! Told you. Once I saw all that growing out of the floor, like, bruh, that got to be mad water damage. And it's probably dark in there most of the time. That's crazy. Yeah, he just got his hands in it.
That's the issue right there. You can see right here it begins to migrate.
Ooh.
Right, so we're now testing the second window. You see
Water coming from everywhere. Everywhere.
see the amount of water. All of these type of
He just
penetration-
touching mold and water. Man's bold.
Okay, we're gonna test this door.
He gonna hit one of these.
Water and moisture.
Then I wonder why that cough won't
As
go
you can
away.
see, right off the bat, we did a water test.
Nah, I hope he good though. I hope he
This
good.
window and that door allows
He know what he doing.
water
Like, come on.
inside that
He gotta
wall
know what he
cavity.
doing.
The moment that fungus gets a tad of moisture, it's alive. And once it's alive,
And that's-
it ruins and
It's way more than a tad of moisture. Imagine it rain, probably flooding in there.
destroys your structure. As you can see, this design of this door is really, really bad. I mean, you've got a screen here.
I don't think it's an awning over that door either.
To shed the water away. As water cascades down, it's just dumping.
Oh, you're not, cause that joint is soaked.
Allows
Yeah.
The entire wall is going to have to go along with this wall and then this wall. If it starts to spread this way, then we're going to have to...
Right, y'all gonna have to bulldoze that whole little back area, that whole little back house. They probably gotta go.
So as it absorbs into the wood, it extracts all the nutrients.
Cause how long has it been like this?
Be compromised. And at that point, you have no choice but to demo everything and start with brand new treated wood. If you do have signs of Paria incrustada in your home, it is super important.
I have a friend that hangs out back there, a rat, probably about so big. If you look at the back of my desk, I haven't cleaned it up yet. There's mouse back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we put pellets.
Getting
in our
funky in
doors.
there.
For repellent?
Yeah, to repel them because I have 1 month of files that were in this drawer, just covered over the top with pee.
The files covered with pee is
If I
crazy.
have food, I take all my stuff out and throw it in an outside trash can. She will occasionally leave like a potato chip wrapper or something. You'll find it somewhere else. They also like the cake cups.
Yes.
Yo, they got the yo, the rats and the mice drinking their coffee, taking K cups. That's crazy. Nah, mice and rats get too cozy when they get in your
I
house.
have to give them.
Mice and rats get too comfortable when they get in your bill, bro. That's insane. Why you taking K cups? It's crazy.
My name. My son,
Like they feel like they pay rent there.
his 2 roommates, they have rats. They probably have about 40 rats, and they all have names. They
Names.
Go to the vet and everything.
Oh, so they're pet rats?
Yeah.
But you don't want pet rats? No. Okay. Well, let's
I'm
see
like,
we can do
what?
to figure this out for you guys. Whoa. Something's going on in this wall.
Something got to smell crazy, cause he said,
You haven't
"Whoa."
caught any rats.
So he probably got a waft of something out that little opening.
One over there, and I'm not sure where else they are.
And they've been there for how long?
Probably about a month now, maybe.
And no catch.
No.
Okay, so Anthony and Brian just showed up. Good morning, guys. Morning. You guys ready? Yes, sir. So the situation is this office front here has activity. I did a brief little walkthrough.
Why they blurring out the whole building like it's a CIA building or something, bruh? Ain't they a business?
Upstairs with a lot of rat grease. We're gonna have to move a little bit of furniture so we can see the level of activity, and then we'll get started with the comprehensive investigation.
I guess they don't want people to know they
Let's
infested.
remove this file.
But I feel like if you've ever been here or you know the general area, you be like, wait, I know where they at. Like, honestly.
Oh, they had recess for dinner tonight, last night.
Look at that. They did.
She has a
Took
gas problem.
her
Her
Reese's.
printer, I don't think, works because they may have chewed it.
Ah! Nah, that's OD. Oh my god.
It's just gross.
Yep. Morning. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. It looks like they got into the recess peanut butter cups.
Yeah, I actually got those for bait for those other things we bought, but yeah.
I'm Jimmy.
They got them for bait. They just taking them. like why you ain't?
Let's get mad.
They taking them joints. They like, yo, why you ain't refilling the traps, bro? We hungry. We went right in the cabinets and took them joints. So you ain't put a Reese on these traps in like a week, bro. Y'all giving up, bro. Them joints was smacking.
It escalated again.
This obviously hasn't helped. It's a repellent,
At
right?
one point, we were putting that in our doors, you know.
And then they came back, yeah.
that cayenne, or yeah, that was like pepper flakes. Nah, they getting funky in there.
It's really getting out of hand.
Yeah, nah, they is out of pocket.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's crazy.
Okay, let's run
They
the
They excited for the they. You can tell they love what they do. He said, "Oh, it's terrible. This is terrible. Oh my god."
I just walked with me right now. It's gonna be interesting.
I've been to worse houses. Bro, it's black, dude.
Yeah, nah, that look crazy. That's probably like smudge and muck.
Droppings right there.
Oh, they getting funky in there.
Big droppings there.
Mmm.
See any rat grease or anything there?
Rat grease is crazy.
See the doors, you guys? Yeah. So when the door is shut, there's these gaps right here. All right, so those doors are completely sealed when they're closed. So we got to continue the investigation here. So we're up on the roof. We're going to investigate the office is right here behind us. So we're going to investigate here as well as this structure here.
Mmm.
You can see I'm not seeing any activity on the roof though. Any holes? Oh, you guys seen droppings? Yeah. Let's look at these cable lines. Remember those ones on the roof that I found?
Footprints.
Is there footprints?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can see them clearly.
Footprints right here.
You see rat on that copper line?
Oh yeah.
Right there.
All right, so here's the runway. This is what they're doing. They're
They about to break it down.
because of those
They about to break it down.
They're coming like this, in through here. Also, here's a gap. Once they come in, they run across here, behind this vending machine here. See the rat grease right there?
Come on, the rat grease is crazy. Leave a trail.
Right into here and directly into the office. So this is that neighbor's wall. It's interesting to see if there's any core holes. We went into that office. Underneath those steps, we're not seeing anything. It's pretty solid. So I really think, you guys, by leaving these doors open, rats are getting into the main storage area, smelling the food, and then nesting in that office. I think that's what's happening. We're still gonna do a smoke test just to rule out any sewer. I doubt it's sewer, but you never know. You never want to assume when you're dealing with rat entry points. You've got to do a comprehensive investigation. as a process of elimination, so we can rule that out, and then we can refocus.
Oh
on
yeah, this when
the
they
roof rack. All right, so the guys are
pump
extending
all the
hose
smoke through the
because
building and
is
see
a
where it
pretty
come out
high
at.
building, so let's see if this works. Hopefully we have enough hose to reach a drain pipe, but we'll see. We'll start the smoke machine right now, warm that up.
Yeah, I never seen them use it on a building this big.
Right there, perfect. All right, so hopefully we can power up the smoke machine, get this warmed up, because it is a cool morning. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
See, I told you I got it.
All right, I'm gonna go inside and see if we can detect any smoke. I doubt it's a sewer rat, but again, we want that process of elimination. I don't want to have in the back of my mind that, oh, did we miss something? We're here, we gotta go all the way.
My boy thorough.
Not getting any smoke so far.
Got a shower in there.
Okay, we ran the smoke for about 15 minutes, very aggressively, not one sign, so it's definitely not the sewer rat. I think it's those doors, exactly what I showed you earlier. So now I'm gonna go ahead and communicate with the client on what the next steps should be, and let's see if they proceed. So basically, that door over there in the corner, there's a lot of what we call rat grease. Remember I talked to you yesterday on the phone. So more than likely, there's rats inside the wall, you just don't hear them. They know your guys' schedule. They come out at a certain time. So what I'd like to do, the ultimate option would be to seal everything that we found, move some of this content, vacuum all of the droppings, do an enzyme treatment, and then we set up our cameras.
Yeah, that enzyme treatment is necessary because after having all them rats and all that pee and stuff everywhere, bro, that stuff got to be toxic, bro. They always spray this enzyme that kill all that. Instead of just getting rid of the rats, they do a cleaning too.
And our
the twin exterminators is legit.
humane rat trapping device for the next 5 to 6 days. But what's going to be important if you do end up going with this stage is that no candy left out. We have to remove everything to make sure that we deplete their food source.
I got the box from Amazon, and that candy was for the rat trap. So I bought those and set the box aside, and they shoot into the box.
They took an opportunity, yeah.
That's why, but we put that away, yeah.
So that's really what needs to get done.
Now, what about the doorway? I mean, won't that just, because we're not going to be able to keep them out of there, right?
Correct, yeah. But we can keep them out of this office.
How do we seal that doorway?
We do what we do.
My mustache is tickling my nose. I need to shave.
All the way across. And then we set up cameras on the floor level with the rat trap. They go in because of food, but when they hit our sensor, it activates the vacuum, and the vacuum draws them, extracts them into the barrel, and then we go in and release them.
Wow, I have not heard of anybody else doing that. Does anybody do it?
Nobody has it, nope.
I can cope with a lot of things, but coming in here and having an animal suffering, I don't think that's not something I can do.
All right,
Okay,
we're gonna go ahead and
Jimmy,
get started.
thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome,
cool.
thank you. All right,
I respect it. I
I
respect
phase
it.
2. We're gonna seal all the holes, exclude everything up on the roof that we found. We're gonna start sucking these rats out because they want to use the
But
rat
them
vac.
them
Here we go.
infestations be
We're
brutal.
definitely gonna use the enzyme to deodorize and sanitize. If you guys
Twinzyme.
have rat urine odors, pet odors, the Twinzyme is absolutely a game changer. This office staff is gonna absolutely love it.
Them boys nesting. They was really taking the K-Cups. Yo, they was in that joint wired, bruh. As soon as they start closing down shop, they knew doors was about to be open. It's like they got them some coffee and went to work. As soon as they clocked out.
The The office is
Bro,
smelling
look at
so
'em.
much better, and you can see how fast it removes that rat grease and all the sebum. Amazing product. Right, now that everything's been cleaned up, all the pheromones removed, all the nesting sites, it's time to do some exclusion work and set up the camera and the rat vac.
The hole is really here.
Nope. Okay, now just run it all the way across. Okay, so we're gonna work on this side now.
Cause it's really crazy. Cause it looked like a nice office, so it's like it don't look like nasty at all. Like they just them rats or mice just got the opportunity and got up in there.
So we're not gonna end up trapping rats in the walls, are we?
No. Rats like to chew. They have incisor teeth, so they constantly chew, but we checked to see if there was any nesting sites in there, but it only goes up like a few inches. Okay, now we're gonna work on this back office, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, the guys are up in the stairwell covering that one hole. Let's go check them out right now.
Uh-oh.
Looks like the enzyme got all the rat grease out.
That was all rat
Right, so we're
grease.
just
That's
gonna-
so
we're not gonna allow
nasty.
We're gonna leave this. And if we
Know
come
that
back
was
in
smelling
24,
crazy.
48 hours and it's chewed out, then we know that we've got rats inside this wall here. All right, we got everything sealed up. Now it's time to bait the rat vac and get that set up with the monitoring cameras. So when it comes to trapping, you guys, and baiting, the more bait that you can bait a trap, it lures the rats right in, especially if all of the food source is completely removed from the impacted area.
I don't know how
So
many
when you
rats they're gonna catch in a
consider
rat vac.
buying a trap, always consider buying a trap that you can bait as much as you possibly can, and that's what I love about the rat vac. It allows you to do that. Check it out. All right, so our go-to is the crunchy, extra chunky peanut butter. Protein in peanuts and nuts. You want to pre-bait it a little
Yeah.
bit like this. Get them used to entering in.
I know it's peanut butter, but it looks so
The sensor
nasty
is
right
about
here.
Right here. So you want to add more bait after the sensor. Okay, again, they're never going to touch this, and it's always about aroma. A lot more there, and then we're going to load it up right here at the very back, like this.
This is, bro. I know it's peanut butter, but it just looks so sick right now.
We're going to add a lot more here. All right, so that's what it looks like when it's fully baited. And again, the rats or mice will never, ever have an opportunity. They'll be taken.
Nah, I don't know why that was grossing me out so
The
much.
rat back position along this runway right here. God, I'm hoping we can do it. It's going to be interesting to see how many rats come out from underneath this door on a nightly basis. All right, we're going to test and see if the rat back is activated before we put the bait plate in.
Oh,
We are activated.
$6.99, I think.
load that joint up with a peanut butter slug.
All right, so we have a camera set up here underneath this
With a
door.
motion sensor? Yeah, nah. That's innovative.
All right, well, everything
That's
is set
innovation.
here. It's just about monitoring, and hopefully we can suck the rest of these rats out in the office. I can't really control the outside warehouse, but we're gonna see if they're coming in and out of that door. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Stay tuned. So many people prematurely set traps thinking that that's gonna solve the issue. And we get so many calls where, hey, I'm setting traps, they're not hitting the traps. Well, if you watched our process, we didn't set traps. We came out, sealed everything up, then we placed our traps. That is the proper way. The pest control.
Right, because if you don't stop them from getting inside, then you just trapping an unlimited amount of mice or rats or whatever. They're just going to keep coming back. Just going to be at war with them boys forever.
Industry is so behind the times in this because what I think happened was they got crossover from treating and spraying for bugs, and then they thought, hey, let's sell the customer bait boxes and trapping. But it does
And if an exterminator, you hire an exterminator company, and you are catching mice and you're not getting the entry points, they can just keep charge you over and over and over again to keep catching mice. Come on, scamming us.
Absolutely nothing.
If I ever get a problem, I'm calling these boys, bro. I don't care what state they in. They got to fly out or something.
All right, so we are about to pull up here. We'll see the progress of what the guys have done. So let's see what the results are here with the walls exposed. You can see a lot of demo here. You can see here how much the team has demoed.
This is his team?
This is
Yo, they
behind
do
the
everything.
wall. So if you as a homeowner start seeing a small little bit of growth coming out of a base molding,
Yeah, they
you
do
better act
everything.
fast, because this literally spreads 1 inch every 24 hours. And you may live in a home for 20 years and never see any signs, but it can ignite at any time, especially if you have this fungus growing underneath the ground. All it takes is a little bit of moisture to ignite it. And this is the destruction that this fungus causes. All right, so let's head to the exterior. I'm gonna show you exactly what we're doing on the outside perimeter to stop this. So you can see here, we're trenching the outside here. You can see some of the rhizomorphs that are growing up into and underneath this here. A lot of times people will waterproof, and the fungus will go in between the waterproofing membrane and the foundation. It just completely compromises any wood structure. So you can see this protective membrane here that they use for waterproofing. But let me show you what's on the other side of this. These are all the rhizomorphs that I was referring to earlier.
The
You
what?
can see it starts with this nice, beautiful bougainvillea, right? Now look at this. All of that right there is where it starts.
That's crazy.
Once it goes underground, it starts to migrate.
That's
Once
crazy.
the water starts to source out, that's when it ignites. Here's another section right here.
These boys is good. They got a
So
trail.
this fungus thrives on moisture
They know how it
conditions.
think.
So if you have trees around your house and you have leaks or you have standing water, that's what it's gonna do to start to ignite and take over your house or the structure. You've got to be able to stop it and prevent it from coming back. So when we trench all the contaminated soil, we haul it away to the fields and get it out from the property. And then we have a certain method for a preventative measure as a barrier that we utilize and highly recommend doing to prevent it from coming back. I'm gonna do a shower test now. All right, I'm gonna do a hydrostatic water test to this tile here and see if we're getting any water. You can see the destruction that this fungus
Yeah, nah, that's
does
crazy. That joint
all
like
the
paper.
wood. What it does is it
That's like
sucks up all
paper.
the nutrients out of the wood, and literally structural integrity just.
You
completely
wildin',
gets
bro.
compromised.
Barehanded and you just breathing it all in.
If you have this fungus,
You gotta relax,
it's imperative to hire the right people, like I said earlier. But also, too, we specialize in leak detection. You gotta have an eye, and you gotta make sure that all of the water
your hands
sources,
wet.
all the water intrusions are detected and found. Very, very critical when you hire a Perea expert. You gotta make sure you ask them those questions. Do you also specialize in leak detection? Very important. We have a certain process as well to be able to come in here and immediately kill it.
His hand's still
and
shiny.
stop
Stop touching stuff. Yo, is it big bag behavior if I DoorDash some Auntie Anne's like the pretzel joint from the mall? I mean, I'm just about to do it anyway, but I figured I might as well ask, get some feedback on it later, see if I should make this decision again. So yeah, I'm about to do it, but let me know if this is big bag behavior to order some Auntie Anne's, the pretzel joint from the mall. Yeah, this is happening.
That's also very important, is to have that knowledge. What is it going to do to take to stop the migration and spreading further into other parts of the structure? All right, so getting onto this sill plate here, and then it's starting to migrate down here, activating the fungus. Yep, you can see the watermarks. Yep.
Nah, that fungus
see
is
on the
getting
new one
activated
here,
all through that
It's
joint.
starting to migrate here.
Bruh, stop touching
Watch our
stuff with your
channel, most
hands.
of our videos are all about rat destruction and entry points. I would say that the Paria fungus is a heck of a lot more damaging to a structure than rats. If I had to choose as a homeowner, I would probably want to deal with rats versus Paria.
That's
A lot of
crazy.
people ask,
That says
"Is
a lot.
breathing
Because a
Paria
rat infestation is crazy.
dangerous to your health?" And it's not. It has no significant health issues
Aight.
like black mold and things like that. So you don't-
That makes a lot more sense. Because I thought he was wilding. He said it's not dangerous to breathe in. It just destroys wood and it just destroys the wood. It feeds off the wood and the structure of the house. But it's not like poisonous or nothing.
You don't have to worry about the actual fungus causing any health issues.
I mean, as far as people know, who knows? I'm gonna keep following it and make sure bro don't get mesothelioma in like 10 years.
Well, hopefully this fungus video, not to scare you, but hopefully it educated you. If you need help with your Paria job, reach out to us. We're here to help. Well, it's the third day, guys. Check out the footage. Those rats
Oh, I
are
keep forgetting it's a
definitely
2-in-1
going out the
video.
door, just as I expected.
Oh, how many rats
Check
they
out the
caught?
footage.
Come on, look at him, caught red-handed. He don't got no
And
front.
on top of that,
He
this
don't got-
particular
like a
rat
T-Rex.
has no front limbs. The reason for that can
Nah,
be several causes.
mice and
Maybe
rats
a
be
a rat trap got him.
They survive by any
Maybe
means.
perhaps a disease.
This
but
this is why rats get so crazy, bro. Like he has no front arms or legs or whatever. And does he have one ear?
absolutely incredible how
Does he have one? Bruh, they is resilient. They just want to eat and survive, bruh. That's it. It's just nature to them. Eat, survive.
resilient this rat is. He was around that rat back as well. Unfortunately, I wasn't able
I
to capture
don't want no smoke with no type of rats or mice. I don't want that smoke. I'm not ready for that battle.
him on the Wise camera the entire footage. I think we got him, but I'm not quite sure. We're gonna have to run over there and open up the vacuum drum.
What is he eating?
I hope he's alive. Adding that water in there with no front limbs, it's gonna be hard to survive. That's the only thing. I had no idea. As a rat exterminator, I can only do my best. And I have to put that water in there, guys, because I don't want him jumping up. If it was a regular rat with 4 limbs, he could potentially get up onto that vacuum drum. And so that's why I added just a little bit of water in our enzyme. I'm nervous heading over there now, but I'm a little nervous because I don't know what to say to the lady.
Listen,
If I
man,
tell her
casualty of war.
that
This is a casualty of war. Like, come on, bro. You hire him to do his job. He doing his best to accommodate what you want. It's a casualty. How are we supposed to know is it little tiny Tim mouse in there on his little mice crutches? He don't know that. Like, come on.
the rat didn't survive. Uh-oh. Here we go. Came through last night. He doesn't have any front legs.
Oh,
So that's,
poor thing.
I know.
He like I know. He'll probably get rats off the building. He said, yeah, I mean, at least he worried about upsetting his customer. That's good customer service. You don't want to upset his customer.
So you can see all of the peanut butter is gone. So let's go check the rat back.
R.I.P. to my boy Squeaky, man. R.I.P. to Squeaky no legs.
Ladies, we did get him. But she's gonna be very upset.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
Oh, why?
Just didn't make it because the front legs, he wasn't able to stand still. He went in there, but we didn't capture him on the footage because the camera's too far.
Ooh, he's
I feel
stiff.
really bad because that lady in the back office really wanted us to catch
Hey.
a live rat and release him to the wild. But with the front limbs like that gone, I can't control that. Unfortunately, didn't make it. What's that? All right, so I'm leaving Anthony and Brian here.
It's not on you.
So
It's not on
both
you.
of the doors. This one for that back office, and then the one for the main office. Okay, well, we're just going to continue to monitor.
Okay, sounds
But
good.
I think this office now is completely rat-free.
Awesome. Honestly, every time I come in, I will get nauseous and get a headache from that. You know?
She's not sneezing like she usually
Yeah.
does either.
I mean, I have allergies, but that will make it fire, you know, really
And
bad.
you haven't had it in the last couple of weeks. Awesome. And that's the key right there. We've sealed the doors up, no trash, problem solved. But on the flip side, guys, on the positive note, as a rat exterminator coming into a facility, we followed our process, which is find how they're getting in, seal up, clean, enzyme,
Relax, take it
sanitize,
easy.
get rid of the pheromones, close off their entry points, seal off their runways. Then the hunger gets into place, and that is the magic of rat trapping.
Got to
That's
get them
what I'm
hungry.
proud of.
You
What
got to
an
get them
episode,
hungry.
guys. That
Make
was
them desperate.
super exciting.
Take
I
that
know we
risk
only
because
got
they
one,
smart.
But hey,
They mad smart. I saw in the one video, like, you got to make them hungry so they're willing to risk getting caught. Like, they be knowing it's traps, but if they starving, they'll take that risk.
one or two rats can cause massive destruction. People have no idea. When they live in a location, an environment, the amount of destruction one rat can do is absolutely amazing. Obviously, there was more in the past due to the activity in the runways, but man, and feeling really proud as well with the enzyme to be able to go into an office environment like that and just deodorize and take away the odor and have a client say, I'm no longer sneezing. That's another success in this episode. If you like this episode, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we're going to see you
Go get them.
on the next one.
Go get them twins a follow, like, subscribe. Where they page at? Right here. Twin Home Experts. These boys is goated with this exterminating stuff, bro. I watch them all the time. Go get them a like, subscribe if you already not here. You see they got big 486K. All right, but yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'll be right back, with the gaming content as usual. But I had to throw in this little reaction joint while the girls is up. But yeah, peace.
ヤスケブラックプロダクションズ